And there was a moment where I was playing defense against Cade, and he went to the hole, and I got elbowed in the face, like the first possession.
Flagrant elbow.
So that was, a welcome to NBA moment.
What's up, Piston fans? It's your boy Flagrant Elbow back with another one. The Detroit Pistons beat the Miami Heat 116-96. The game was pretty much even for the most part to start off, but the third quarter, I'll at least say midway through that third quarter and that fourth quarter, the intensity level was turned up to 10. So we're going to talk about the game, some of the highlights of the game, and also who my player of the game was, which shouldn't be hard to figure out based on the thumbnail. But we're going to go ahead and get into that. I want to thank everybody for checking out the channel and tuning in. Thank everybody for 600 and I think 37 subscribers. I can't remember exactly, but thank you all for that and your continued support. And also, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe. If you're not new, hit the like button. That helps out the algorithm to get more people to check out the videos and also to hopefully check out the channel as well. So appreciate all of you guys supporting that. We got a nice community here. A lot of you guys comment and everybody's been real cool. It's been a nice community, so we appreciate all of that. With that being said, also don't forget to check out the merch link in the description. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Nice game today. Nice game today. And today's game proved what you can do when the intensity level is high. And when you really decide that regardless of the outcome of this game, we're going to play our hardest, especially on that defensive end. Shots may fall, shots may not fall, but on that defensive end, you can bring it. And the Pistons did that. First quarter, the score was 20-25. Miami won. The second quarter, 27-25. Detroit got in there for about 2 points. Third quarter, though, 31-23. Fourth quarter, Pistons almost scored 40 points in the fourth quarter. Do you hear me? 38-23. The Pistons turned it on defensively in that second half, that midway third quarter mark and that fourth quarter. And that was good to see. That was good to see because you want defensive intensity is what's going to keep you not only in the games, but give you a chance to win every night. Every night. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. Now, granted, the Miami Heat were playing without Jimmy Butler, but that's okay. That's okay. That's no excuse for them. We're not going to let that be an excuse for them. But because we had Cade missing. But it is what it is. Defensive intensity will get you some wins. And the team did that tonight. 3 points. They went 46 from 3 points. That wasn't too bad. I take that all day long. They hit 19 of 41 of them. Miami only hit 31%, 10 for 32. Pistons only shot 15 free throws. Miami had 26 free throw attempts. Pistons made 11 of those, so that's a better percentage than what they've been doing. Rebounds was even, 40-40. Pistons had 9 offensive rebounds. Miami had 7. And assists, the Pistons had 27 assists. They was moving that ball. They was moving that ball this game, and it really showed. Like I said, especially, man, late in that second half, that mid-third quarter, everything just changed. They came out the locker room, and I think they were determined to really to get this game, to go ahead and get this game. Defensively, they had 8 steals and 1 block, but they had a lot of shots that were deflected, especially in the second half. When that defensive intensity increased, it really everything really turned up. Points in the paint, Pistons had 40 to Miami's 42. Fast break points, we had 15 to Miami's 13. And it was just one of those games, man, that you could see night and day pretty much from the first half to that second half. It was just night and day how things turned around and changed. And man, I think our bench outscored their bench. I want to say 50 to, I think it was 13 at one point. It might have went up a few as because Miami took the starters out and emptied their bench for the last 2 minutes of the game. Maybe it might have been the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. So the bench might have had a little bit more than that, but I remember one stat that was shown, the bench only scored like 13 to, our bench scored 50, contributed to 50 points. So that was huge. And with Alec Burks getting in there, he had 18 for the game coming off the bench. Sadiq Bey, who was aggressive tonight, he got in there. He had 5 free throws. He made all of those. He was 1 for 3 for 3, 4 of 10 altogether. Had some rebounds, had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and he had 3 steals. So Sadiq was all over the place today. He came in there with a determined effort to impose his will on the Miami Heat off that bench. And I think that's a good move for him to come off the bench, let him have free reign when he gets in there and just be aggressive, be that dog. And what I liked today was he didn't settle for a bunch of 3-point shots. He was putting that ball on the floor, and it showed. He got 5 free throw attempts by doing that. So he was aggressive, 14 points off the bench, and we'll take that all day. Kevin Knox got out there. And he did his thing a little bit. Got a rebound, 1 for 3 for 3 points, 3 for 5 altogether. He had finished with 7 points. Who else from the bench? Burks had 18. Corey Joseph had 11 points off the bench. My boy Jalen Duren was out there for 18 minutes. He got 4 rebounds. Ended with 4 points. They're not finding him like I think they should, making a concerted effort to find him in that paint. So a lot of times I seen where he was open and could have got the ball. They could have got the ball inside to him. Hopefully they'll change that up and start focusing more on trying to get that ball on the inside. We can't just be known as a 3-point shooting team, because when teams shut down that 3-point line, or we shooting all these contested 3-point shots, our offense is going to struggle. Our offense is going to struggle doing that. So I like to try to pound that ball on the inside into that painted area, and then let the 3 points open up with that. Just like play action in football. Run that ball and then run some play action. And what happens is you get guys that's getting wide open 3-pointers. These wide open 3-pointers. Like other teams, when we watch other teams play against us, the defensive scheme that Casey has, all this switching and all of that, man, teams be getting wide open shots. But it seems like every time we trying to do something or get a shot, everything's heavily contested. But hopefully, with them trying to pound that ball on the inside, that'll change. As far as starters concerned, Bojan Bogdanovic did his thing. He had 31 points. He was my player of the game. And we'll talk a little bit more about him in a minute. Beef Stew had 11 points, 11 rebounds. He had a double-double, and he also had 2 assists, and he dropped a 3-pointer in 28 minutes. Ivy, he had 10 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, a couple turnovers. He's got to slow it down, but he did get to the free throw line for 4 attempts. He got more free throw attempts out of anybody on the starters. Only one that came close was Beef Stew with 2 attempts. Ivy made 1 of 4 from 3 points, and he played 26 minutes. Killer Hayes, he didn't play late in the game. I hope he wasn't injured or anything, but they ran a lot with Corey Joseph for the final, pretty much for mostly all of the final fourth quarter. Hayes had finished with 23 minutes. He did have 6 points, 6 assists, and a block shot, and a rebound. And he hit 2 big-time three-pointers. 2 big-time three-pointers. So Killer Hayes did his. He was solid. He was okay. He didn't really try to force anything, but his defense. His defense really stood out. He was locked in, and that really helped the team, even during their slump in the first couple quarters, where the defense wasn't doing too well. Bagley only played 19 minutes, finished with 4 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and I don't know what's going on with Bagley. It seems like he's struggling a little bit, at least in this game. I think last game he kind of struggled a little bit too. I was actually at the Memphis game, and I just didn't like Bags. I don't know. It just seems like he's not. I think he really needs to be at the 4 spot and Beef Stew at the 5 if they're going to play together. I think he's more effective in that 4 spot than trying to be. Now he's had a couple games ago where he was really aggressive and doing his thing, but I don't know what's going on with Bagley. But no doubt that'll improve as time goes on. But Getting back to the player of the game, Bojan Bogdanovic, he closed the game out on fire. He finished up with 7 of 9 3-pointers, 31 points altogether, three steals. He had 5 assists, 3 rebounds. He had a few turnovers. But in 30 minutes, man, Bojan did his thing. And what was cool about that was it was as if he was going toe-to-toe with Hero. Tyler Hero, he finished with 34 points, and Bojan was going toe-to-toe with him just like he did against Luka Doncic. So Bojan's that guy. I just personally think his game is most effective on catch and shoot. And that's what happened in the fourth quarter when he was getting all those 3-pointers. I mean, he dropped at least 4 or 5 3-pointers late in the game. And it was just guy in his face, catch it, shoot it. Guy in his face, catch it, shoot it. He was out of control. He was out of control. Them threes was dropping left and right. So Bojan had a game today, man, that really put him on the map. I know the NBA world is watching. Contending teams are looking. He did his thing tonight. Finished with 12 of 16, 31 points. So I mean that's my player of the game. As you can tell by the thumbnail, that's my player of the game. So anyway, good win, but it shows what defensive intensity can do. Defensive intensity can propel you to a win. So hopefully the Pistons will wake up and understand that. And with the switching, I don't know what's up with that. I'm not a fan of that. I don't think that's working for the Pistons. But if they can do it and maintain their intensity, they have a chance. Tonight was probably their man. They held Miami Heat under 96 points. Now they're not playing with Jimmy Butler, but still, they held Miami Heat under 100 points. They only had 96. So that was huge. That was huge. And you just want to see this intensity all the time. That's one constant I'd like to see out of this team. Just defensive intensity. I don't care about the shots falling. I want to see defensive intensity leading to easy transition baskets and wide open threes as we pound that ball on the inside on the offensive end. That's what I like to see. And I think that'll be the best way to go for this team. We lack a superstar, but we're a team that's growing, building chemistry, building an identity. And I think that identity should be based on defensive intensity moving forward as this team develops. So one thing we got to remember is that the Pistons will not be winning a bunch of games this season. They're probably going to end up with another lottery pick, but we just want to see some competitive basketball. And tonight was one of those nights, and they were able to pull out a win. And Bojan was even happy with the defense. He had spoke courtside in his interview. He spoke about how the defensive intensity picked up in that second half, and that's really what turned the game around. So, highlight of the game, like I said, the Pistons held Miami to 23 points in the third and fourth quarter, while they scored 31 and 38. So the Pistons did it. They did their thing. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully we got another big game coming tomorrow. And hopefully the Pistons can do their thing again tomorrow. Hopefully they can do their thing again tomorrow. So that's all I had for everybody. And actually the Pistons play New Orleans, the Pelicans, tomorrow. So that's all I have for everybody. Just wanted to share what happened with the game tonight. Once again, the Pistons win 116-96. My player of the game is Bojan Bogdanovic. He finished with 13 points on 7 of 9 from the three. 7 of 9 from the three. So defensive intensity was the name of the game tonight. Hopefully that'll carry over against New Orleans. Thank you for checking out your boy Flagrant Elbow. That's all I got. Don't forget to check out the merch link in the description. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about the game. And with that being said, everybody, stay safe.